Hi, this is a tutorial on how to fix the chunk errors coming from the server. First, we're going to get our folder from the server. We're going to extract the files. We're going to go to the internet and to Chunker. Choose the world folder. Upload. Upload. It's going to load. We can hit Start Upload. So coming from the server, it will be Java Edition, and we want it to go to Bedrock. So we're going to click Bedrock, scroll down, Convert and Download. Now we're going to download. It's going to come down as an MC file, so it'll open Minecraft when you click on it. We're just going to make sure this imports. Awesome. We're going to play the first one. Perfect. Now we know it's loaded. We can save and quit. Close out of Minecraft. We can close out of Chunker as well. And this. We're going to go to Amulet. We're going to open World. We're going to go to Bedrock and Waterfall Base. We're going to go to the 3D editor. It's going to take a hot minute to load. Awesome. We're going to hit the 2D button. Scroll out. Options. Make sure your render distance is pretty high so we can see all the borders. While it's loading, we're going to click on Chunk down here, and this means you'll be able to start selecting chunks. You want to hold your right mouse button down to move around the map. And here we start seeing those chunk errors where they're loading, but there's gaps in between. So we just want to get a straight edge along where those chunk errors are. So this is the ocean part, I know that, so I don't want to cut all of that because it has been edited before. So we'll go to about there. And left click to select. And left click to select chunks. We're just going to select a ton of them. And you want to go until you see the black, because this means it's void chunks, and we don't want void chunks. in the world. I see some chunks there. I'm just going to wait until this loads all the way so I can see for sure. So yeah, it looks like this is all excess. I can see a blank one there, and I'm just going to click that singular one. Same for here, because these are getting pretty close to the land. And though the land's not edited, I don't want to cut more than I have to, too close to the custom terrain. So deleting those little chunks in there will just make the world reload them. So now that I know exactly where that border is, just gonna, oops. I'm gonna drop my render distance down again to about 10. Make it faster to load. Sometimes it's easier to control when it's lower. This side doesn't seem to have many chunk errors. It seems to be pretty smooth, so I'm just going to cut it off at a reasonable area. Just so I can make that nice and square. All right, once we have all the border chunks selected that we do not want anymore, we hit delete chunks, yes, and then it'll load. Awesome. Now we're going to save. We're going to close out of Amulet. Then we're going to go back to Minecraft. Why is it doing this? Just cut this piece out. Awesome. We're going to load Minecraft for Windows. Play. Click the world. And we're going to quick fly around to see if any chunks are still a problem, which I see some are, and we'll just bring it back into Amulet, delete those blank chunks, and it will reload. I see some tree errors there, but that was before the chunk deleting. I see some little border fixes I'll have to do, but not too bad. There's another singular chunk, so far we have, that's 2 chunks, and that's 1 chunk, so just 3 chunks we have to fix. So I'll come back, I'll put the character in the main spot, save and quit. We'll close out of that. We'll open Amulet again. And since we know exactly where these chunks are, it shouldn't be too hard to find them. So one was directly over here. There it is. So to tell it's a chunk error is you can see a kind of texture on these, but these are completely blank. So we'll select those ones. We can select these too. Though they don't really matter too much since they're already deleted. It's just OCD. And there's the last one. This one's much easier to see. Textures and no texture. So we'll just click that. And then we will delete chunks. Yes. That was pretty fast. So now if we select a different area, go back to 2D, they should be black. Ta-da! That means there's no chunk there loaded. So we'll hit save. We'll close out. We'll reopen Minecraft. play, waterfall base. And we can fly up and see that that chunk's fixed and the two over there are fixed. So we'll just land back down, put our settings proper. We want survival. Make sure coordinates are not on. And cheats are off. This way we can save and quit. And we're all good. It's important to note that you'll only have to fix chunks if the world terrain was edited before going to the server, and it's in a void world on the server. Otherwise, you'll have to smooth the borders, and then there won't be any chunk errors.